Today I'm so happy to be in Mangalore, where I am with my Rotarian friend, Rotarian PHF Dr. Rohan Monis, who is the Chief Administrative Officer of a very renowned Kanchor Medical College, situated in Mangalore only. Welcome, Dr. Monis, on this very, very important show which has been recorded by Global TV. Dr. Monis, as you know well about organ donation, and you are involved in organ donation in a very big way. You are giving talks on awareness, etc. And in spite of that, there are lots of challenges. The condition, as you well know, in India is not that great in comparison to other countries. What are the main reasons, do you think, that what are the challenges why organ donation is not being taken so much importance, or we are not getting that much response which we are supposed to get? According to you, what are those challenges, if you have to name few of them?
Thank you, Lal Gulji. And first of all, welcome to Mangalore after a very long time. And it's very exciting to meet personalities like this, primarily being a non healthcare person. And the way he's become a firebrand for organ donation in our country, it's something very, very commendable. Thank you for all your efforts. Well, when you talk about challenges, primarily, I think even at the grassroots level, I being a healthcare worker or a healthcare provider, I say primarily, the level of awareness. You know, because like we know what happened in our country recently about Mr. Nilesh Mandlewala. Mr. Nilesh Mandlewala is the winner or has been given the Padma Shri for organ donation. A very interesting thing. Primarily, when I talk on podiums, I talk about the fact saying that he is a non-healthcare person. He is not a doctor. He's not a trained medical person. But in spite of that, what happens to medical people like you and me? All of us sitting over here, and this becomes something that all of us have to be talking about. Now, primarily, I've done sessions. I've touched almost about 7,000 people recently in one of the biggest physiotherapy conferences in our district, which is a national level conference. I've touched about more than 2,000 nurses. Today I did a session with the Pacific Institute of Medical Sciences, where we spoke to institutions across the board, all the sister organizations. And it was such an interesting thing because we, being the healthcare workers or healthcare providers, we don't talk about it. We don't resonate this. We don't feel it. We are late starters. I don't know why, because each of us, suppose if I see in my campus at Kanachur Institute of Medical Sciences and our constituent colleges, we got close to about 4,500 students. I'm sure they have families. I'm sure they have cousins. And if you see the rate at which the awareness can spread, it can be exponential. And each one, like they say, we've got a pair of hands, each one grab two, and then it just spreads after that. But one thing is talking about it in that level of confidence, trying to understand, trying to spread the message, saying that do something, share something. Primarily, even if I go to an institution and talk to a group of students, a cohort of students, graduate students, and say, how many of you have done a blood donation? Raise your hand. We will see abysmally low numbers. Probably giving is not in our culture.
So, Doctor, you first point which you have made is awareness.
Yes.
According to the awareness is not there. See, in India, so many NGOs are working. The government, the NOTO, ROTO, and SOTOs are working day and night. Still, the awareness is not there. One reason which comes to my mind is that our main emphasis of NGOs and the medical provider, service provider, or the government agencies are to fill the organ donation form.
Yes.
Now, without proper awareness, without proper knowledge or education, how you expect anyone to fill up a form where he or she has to donate her or his organs in after the brain, in the case of brain death? Don't you think that first thing we should enlighten them for that what is organ donation, what are organs, what is the importance of organ donation, which is lacking. So instead of going in this way that we ask everyone to fill up the form, we must first make them educate them,
Right.
and once they are convinced,
Right.
then they can definitely fill up the form. What do you
Right.
say about this?
It's a very strong and a valid proposition, because this brings a level of awareness, and when he signs up a form, I'm sure he will chase 10 more people saying that this is something that we do. Come, let's have a coffee table discussion on organ donation, what I learned the other day. This is something that we have to propagate. This is, and like under the banner of Rotary Club of Organ Donation International, we are starting an organ warrior program. That is something which is very smart and which should be hit in our country primarily. And I do not know how, if we can create a record or get in the Guinness book, but then this is something that we need to do.
Yeah, you have mentioned about organ donation warrior thing.
Yes.
Now, why it started? I will just give you this thing. I was in USA and I read somewhere in there about the John F. Kennedy's quote, which says that don't ask the country what the country has done for you. Ask yourself what you can do for your country. So instead of that, we must only look towards Noto, Roto, Soto, or Ministry of Health and Family Welfare,
Right.
what they will do in the organ donation thing.
Right. Right.
That's why Rotary Club of Organ Donation International, as you know well, has started this campaign, which we are going to launch in. Already the inauguration has taken place in July, but in August 2026, it will be a nationwide campaign where we are going to train them. But the main thing, which is another second point, is about the infrastructure. Awareness is the prime thing, but because there are no infrastructure, you are lucky to be in Mangalore, which is having 9 medical colleges, and you have 9 transplant centers and 11 organ retrieval centers, which is a record, I must say, with a very small population, size of the population. But even after this, if you see the nearby cities, rural area, there is no facilities. According to Noto, 16% approximately district headquarters are having these facilities of organ retrieval.
Yes.
Now it means 84% of the population is unrepresented. Now, if we will create awareness in those cities or those rural areas, it is of no use. And already, though that is one of the factor while the mortality is more in India. What do you say about this?
So the organ donation or the organ donor crisis is very large in India right now as we speak. Suppose, for example, if you need about 10 lakh corneas this year, less than 1 lakh are available. Why? People die every single day, and cornea is a tissue, a bloodless tissue. Can we not donate our loved ones' corneas? But what happens is, probably the will is not there, awareness is not there, storytelling is not there, or even the personal stories are not leveraged. Now, you rightly said the underrepresented communities have, or those areas do not have this ideation, or the infrastructure lacks. Probably in these areas we have to have a very strong public private partnership, talking about it and trying to tell people how it gains momentum. Unfortunately, these things in terms of organ and tissue donation cannot be incentivized in our country. Lack of incentive, and it should not be incentivized, because it's something that you want to give it from the heart, you donate it. But then how else can you encourage this entire lot to say, yes, I will make a mark, I will bring about a change? And like this statement you expressed very rightfully about Mr. John F. Kennedy, if this is probably inscribed in everybody's mind and heart, saying that, okay, fine, let us do something for this country and help my neighbor, probably it's going to go. But like I said initially, the art of giving or gifting is very, very less in our country. It should start somewhere. And like 80-20 rule, like we talk about, 80% rural India not there, or the GDP is low. Why isn't the public infrastructure built up in a very strong manner? And if it is built up in a very minimal scale, how can we partner, collaborate, cooperate, coordinate with the private healthcare infrastructure? Now we have roads, we have super highways, fine. Can we have air ambulances? You can do this. We create green corridors right now. But the challenge, but what happens is, even the population, healthcare workers in the rural India have to be spoken about it, have to be trained, have to be uplifted, have to be created awareness on a large scale.
Okay. So according to you, that we today what we discussed, first thing is the lack of awareness.
Yes.
For that, NGOs and the government agencies are doing. Second is the infrastructure. where we can come out with innovative ideas, like if we will have a mobile retrieval center,
Yep.
like you have so many retrieval centers or the transplant centers in Mangalore.
Mangalore.
But there is a, if any brain death declares somewhere which is not near Mangalore, say about 3 hours drive from here, there at least the mobile retrieval center can go, attach with some of the private hospital, as you say, the
Yes.
it can be a collaborative thing, and collaborate with them. There they can retrieve, bring the organs here, either here or it can be sent to Bangalore or to Chennai, wherever, as per the Soto's list or Jivan Sartkate waiting list,
Waiting list.
and that can be done. Thank you very much, Dr. Rohan Moniz,
Thank you, Lal Gulji.
for giving these views, and we will be talking about more and more challenges. There are many more
Yes.
that we will talk in the next episode. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.